Hey everyone, welcome to vlog number 33. For any of you who have been following the mouse saga at all, you know that we're making some headway getting rid of these mice. So the first mouse sighting was actually on September 18th, 2012, when my girlfriend Patty saw two crows swoop down, grab a mouse from the side of her house and bring it up to the top of a utility pole. That was our first sighting. So things were fairly quiet for a few years until July of 2016, when Patty's dog Callie went nuts about 3 o'clock in the morning on July 7th. It was at that point that we knew we had mice in the house because we found droppings in the dresser. Subsequent searches revealed that we had mice droppings all over the house. Clearly, we had a mouse problem. For months I tried to catch the mice to no avail, so I set up video cameras so I could at least observe what the mice were doing and what they looked like. On October 6th, Patty heard a noise in her bathtub. Sure enough, when we went and looked, there was a little mouse in there and he couldn't jump out. We speculate that maybe he jumped in, but he might have come up from the drain, who knows. So when I tried to catch him, he ran back down the drain, so we just closed the drain plug, and that was the removal of mouse number 1. Then on October 14th, I found a dead mouse near the trash compactor. I suspect Callie had killed this mouse. Then on December 23rd, Callie and I found some mice living in the closet of the art room. This was a big day. Callie killed one mouse and I caught and released the second mouse. This was the removal of mouse number 3 and 4. Then finally on December 25th was the removal of mouse number 5 and what I believe was the last mouse. We caught this mouse in the kitchen using the have-a-heart trap, which actually caught the mouse in an unintended manner. Unfortunately, struggling against the trap for 5 hours made the mouse appear to be injured, but actually the injuries were temporary, and after a few hours the mouse was okay, so we released the mouse just like mouse number 4. So the next step is to clean out all the areas where I think mice might be hanging out or possibly living. So behind this refrigerator is one place where they've been hanging out. I don't think any live back there, but I definitely need to clean back behind that fridge, not only because of the mouse activity, but because I can tell it's been years since it's been cleaned back behind here. So every time I bring it up to clean behind the fridge, Patty says, "No, I don't want to, I don't want to." So I had this genius idea. I might as well just clean it when she's not home. That way she doesn't have to deal with it. What a good boyfriend I am. Alright baby, let's get to work. I think I need grippier shoes. With all my manliness, I must say. Moving the wildy beast. See, the problem is the tile has these ruts, and the refrigerator wheels get stuck in those ruts. Let's try this again with all my manliness. Gotta wiggle it. Alright, let's muscle this baby back in. There we go, that wasn't such a chore, was it? Oh my friends, the cleaning is far from over. So now I gotta clean this tray. This looks really dirty. That's what I call clean. And now it's time to insert. That's what I call clean. apple pie, undamaged. Clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle. So in conclusion, for now, I believe we've eradicated the mice. We're going to keep auditing the closets in the pantry to make sure no mouse droppings show up. But so far, so good. And now time to finish up the car saga. In continuing the car saga, or the Honda Civic Saga, I got everything together, everything ran great. The last phase of the Honda Civic repair, air conditioning. Oh, to dream. I'm now installing what's called an accumulator dryer receiver / filter. This is what removes all the moisture from the air conditioning system. This is what it looks like. This one's a cheap one because it doesn't have an inspection glass on the top. Arg. Got it. See how this one has an inspection glass on the top? This lets you know if you're low on Freon. I don't know why the other one doesn't have an inspection glass. That bugs the crap out of me. Out with the old. Oh, my life is just a living hell. I guess that wasn't so bad. I guess my life is not a living hell after all. Oh dear auto gods, let this just slip in. That wasn't too bad. Alright, good and tight. So we removed the protective nut. Bingo. They only give you one of these O-rings because they're so expensive. Dip it in some delicious pag oil. Installed the new O-ring. Alright, that's pretty snug. Now it's time to install the radiator reservoir. Nice. Most excellent. So it looks like we got that darn dryer receiver installed. We are just this close to having air conditioning in a car that hasn't had it for like 3 years. Now we have to go vacuum out the system. My brother has a vacuum pump at his work that they said I could use. So let's go do that. Wouldn't that be something if I got it to work? This is my brother hooking up the vacuum pump to my car. We're gonna vacuum out the system and then make sure it doesn't have any leaks before we pump it full of expensive Freon. It costs thousands of dollars. Uh-oh, we've got a wobbly fitting. It's what we call a rotational fitting. I guess we'll see when we vacuum it out, huh?
Yeah, you'll see if that's where your leak is.
So this is a very sophisticated machine full of very complex parts and pieces. My brother's a good brother. Look at him. What a good brother. My brother's got a RATZILLA here at his work. Check this out. So I'm going to interrupt the air conditioning story to tell you an interesting side note. Without communicating with my brother at all, we both had similar problems. I had the mouse problem at my girlfriend's house, and my brother had the rat problem at his work. So listen to all these parallels. It's pretty interesting. First of all, the mouse/rat problems weren't at our own primary residence, but they were at other places. For me, my girlfriend's house, and for my brother, his work. The other parallel that's interesting is our attitude regarding rodents. I had no desire to kill the mice, and my brother had no desire to kill the rat. So interesting that we both ended up with the same exact brand of trap, though my brother's was a little larger because he had a rat. What's also interesting is post-capture of the beast, we both chose to handle our rodents in the same exact manner. I released my mouse into a field, my brother released his rat into a field. Now we had no communication whatsoever regarding these parallel problems, but it's funny that we both came up with equal solutions and disposed of our rodents in the exact same manner. Now back to the air conditioner. Pulling vacuum. We're going for 28 inches here. The waiting is the hardest part. Looks like we passed, baby. Excellent. My brother's got a RATZILLA here at his work. Check out all the rat droppings. Disgusting. Look at all those rat droppings. My brother's work is infected. So apparently my brother doesn't want to kill RATZILLA. He just wants to capture him. Much like what's going on with me and my girlfriend Patty at her house. So my brother's gonna build a trap. So here's the other interesting parallel. My brother had the idea to build a better trap, as did I. And like my brother, our homemade traps failed miserably. So I guess my brother and I are not such good trap builders. But we did catch our rodents. I'll give us that much.
Build a better trap.
Build a better trap. This is American ingenuity at its best. RATZILLA, your days are numbered, sir. I don't know, Jason. I don't know. This is a new design. The mouse can't resist the tunnel of food, which is going to lead him all the way into the trap, which we assume he cannot get out of. It's death. All right, here's the moment of truth we've all been waiting for. Air conditioner max. All right, so it seems we have an electrical issue. I got to get this right fan working, or the driver's side fan, and the electrical to the compressor. But otherwise, I think we're going to be good. I'm not worried. It's 3 wires. I'll figure it out. So for some reason, I wasn't getting any power to my air conditioning compressor. So I just hardwired it just to test the compressor, just to see if I can get cool air. So there it is, duct tape. Don't tell any of my friends, I'm at my girlfriend's house. We got like no tools, no wire, nothing here. So the compressor seems to be spinning and seems to be compressing. And we are blowing cold air, baby. Sweet. So with a pair of scissors, some duct tape, and some old leftover wiring from a washing machine repair, I got the compressor going, enough, at least enough to test it. The air conditioning works, so that's pretty cool. So now I just have to find out where the problem is in the wiring. It shouldn't be too hard to chase down. It's 3 wires. I can't do it here. The wiring's under the car, so I'm going to jack the car up and work from underneath. Wish me luck. That'll be tomorrow. So true to my word, the following day, I chased down the wiring problems. It actually turned out to be 2 missing fuses, which I had removed, and a bad relay. So once I replaced the fuses and the relay, everything worked great. So back to the parallel mouse rat sagas. Turns out my brother caught his rat, and this is what he did with it.
Alright, little guy. Hope you're ready. We are here at the release site. Big open space, big mesa. There's trees and arroyos and stuff for him to chill out. So let's do it. Let's get him and go. Come on, little man. Here he is. And hopefully he goes off this way and doesn't jump at me. Doesn't want to attack me. Here he goes. Woo! He went fast. Right into the trees. I still see him in there. There you go, little man. Bye-bye. That's it. No more RATZILLA. I need to turn it off. I can't take it.